All right, good morning, traders. Today is April 1st. It's the Fool's Day. Good morning. Thank you for being here. My SPY pivot this morning, 522.90. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All of the Fab 5 are still in uptrend. SPY made a new all-time high on Thursday. Markets were closed Friday. IWM made a new 2-year high. SPY, Diamond Dow, and IWM, aka Russell 2000, made higher highs and higher lows, closing above the bullish traps over the rising 17 EMAs. FNGU and QQQ made inside days, closing over the rising 17 EMAs. GLD, still in an uptrend, made a new all-time high, while silver, also in an uptrend, made a higher high, higher low, closing above the trap and the rising 17 EMA. USO, also in an uptrend, made a higher high, higher low, and closing over the bullish trap above the rising 17. UNG. All right, UNG still in a downtrend. All right, but it did make a higher high and a higher low, but it closed below the bearish trap and below the falling 17 EMA. US dollar index still in an uptrend, creeped up higher to close the day around the 104.50 area above the flat 200 SMA. All right, let's go take a look at some charts. First chart, we'll take a look at SPY. Here's the SPY price action. Got a higher low, higher high, making a new all-time high, and we're gapping up a little bit this morning. We'll see where they want to close, where they want to open them up. But there's SPY, still in an uptrend, closing over the trap, over the rising 17 EMA. Let's take a look at QQQ. QQQ had an inside day, lower high, higher low, closing inside the bullish trap, but above the rising 17 EMA there. FNGU, okay, another inside day, higher low, lower high, closing below between the bullish trap and the rising and the flat 17 EMA. FNGU. FNGUs get some struggles going on through here. You can see some resistance showing up 343.57. We did get a higher low after a quadruple bottom down through here, or triple bottom right here. So we had a tweezer tail bottom here, all right, and then we had a triple bottom here, and it looks like we got a higher low if we're going to open up a little bit north of there today. So we'll see what happens. FNGU still struggling around this area right here, just consolidating in a bull flag right now. All right, let's take a look at Diamond Dow. All right, here's Diamond Dow, higher low, higher high. Not a new all-time high, but you can see in the pre-market that is a new all-time high for Diamond Dow up there in the pre-market. So Diamond Dow closing above the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA, also in an uptrend. Everything's in an uptrend still except UNG. Right? Even the dollar's in an uptrend. Okay, so there's Diamond Dow. Let's take a look at IWM. IWM, higher low, higher high, made a new 2-year high on Thursday, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. Let's take a look at energy. We'll start off with USO, that's crude oil petroleum. All right, USO, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. That's an uptrend. All right, UNG, different story. Okay, UNG, higher low, higher high, but we closed below the bearish trap, below a falling 17 EMA. So there's UNG. Let's take a look at precious metals. GLD. GLD made a new all-time high right there, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over rising 17 EMA, GLD. So there's silver, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, and the rising 17 EMA. All right, let's take a look at our technicals. Start off with T2122. All right, you can see we ripped up here after we were knocking on the buy zone for a little while here and couldn't quite make it in. Had a shot down, and then we gapped all the way back up to the buy zone, and then we meandered our way into the overbought zone, and we stayed there all day Thursday. Almost looked like we were going to fall out of it, but we stayed in T2122. That would be the New York Stock Exchange, so all 7,000. All right, we managed to stay in the overbought zone for the whole day. T2123. All right, so here's T2123. We made new all-time highs on Thursday, right there. So new all-time highs. Started out green, ended up, green. So nice work on New York Stock Exchange there. T2123 3-bar chart. Okay, a lot of space between our rising 17 EMA as we head up into the prior highs right there. Okay, a lot of space still between price action and a rising 17. So looking at some consolidation here, we could get a breakout for a higher high. We'll see what happens. This is price action hitting a prior high on Thursday, so we'll see what they want to do. All right, let's take a look at a few sectors, and then we'll go take a look at our economic calendar. All right, so let's start off with, SMH. Okay, still in an uptrend. All right, price action for Thursday. Inside day, lower high, higher low, closing inside the bullish trap over a rising 17 EMA. SMH still working out. Got a lower high here, but still bullish. XLK. It's our technology sector in a bull flag, obviously. Yesterday's price action, another inside day, just like SMH. Closing with in between the bullish trap and the rising flat 17 EMA. That's technology. XLI, these are our industrials. All right, making another new all-time high in the pre-market today as well as on Thursday. So that's an all-time high for the industrials. Right there, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap. Over a rising 17 EMA. That's an uptrend if I've ever seen one. All right, there's XLI. Now let's take a peek at IYT. Here's the transports. Thursday's price action. Higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the flat 17 EMA. Transports doing well here. Let's take a look at our financials. Financials making a new all-time high as well on Thursday. So gold made a new all-time high. Russell 2000 IWM made a new 2-year high. Okay, XLF made a new all-time high. SPY made a new all-time high. So market's in an uptrend. All right, no reason to short here. Bull put credit spreads, bull put spreads. Bull put credit spreads. This is working out nice for the bulls. All right, so XLF. All right, let's take a look at our economic calendar. We'll start off with, we'll visit the dollar in a few minutes here. All right, so here's Monday, April 1st. PMI manufacturing final 945. ISM manufacturing index 10 o'clock. Construction spending 10 o'clock. And that's it for today. All right. Mr. Powell did speak Friday. Doesn't look like he did any damage. Everything's looking good. We had personal incomes and outlays. I don't know the stats, but I don't think they did any damage either. Okay. Motor vehicle sales coming out sometime tomorrow. Factory orders 10 o'clock. Jolts also 10 o'clock. Got a few Fed speakers, but none of them are Mr. Powell. On Wednesday, got an OPEC meeting. Don't know what time that is. Mortgage applications, 7 o'clock. ADP employment report, 8:15. Couple of Fed speakers, and Mr. Powell's going to speak at 12:10 on Wednesday. PMI composite final, 9:45. ISM services index, 10 o'clock. And as always, on Wednesday, 10:30, we got a petroleum report. Okay, so Thursday, we got Challenger job cut report. That's a new one for me. International trade goods and services, 8:30. Jobless claims, 8:30. And as always, on Thursday, 10:30, we got a natural gas report. Quite a few Fed speakers trailing out the day, and a Fed balance sheet. Nothing, but none of those are Mr. Powell. Mr. Powell's going to speak on Wednesday. All right, so he didn't do much damage on Friday, so we'll see what happens for Wednesday. Friday, we got an employment situation at 8:30. That's a report of some Fed speakers, and that's it. Consumer credit, that's going to be announced at 3. It's not starred or flagged as an important one. So there we are. So the big one is maybe Mr. Powell speaking at noon, around noon on Wednesday. Will possibly be the main event this week. Other than that, everything's still kind of quiet. All right. So for earnings, we'll go back to the first. No notables. There might be some familiar names, but nothing really notable that will move the market on Monday or Tuesday. Again, there'll be some familiar names in here. Okay. But nothing notable that will move the market. Wednesday, again, same deal. All right, Thursday, same deal. Lamb Wesson, that's familiar. Okay, so AEHR test systems, that'll be familiar. Okay, they test semiconductor equipment. So Friday, nothing. So all this week, nothing notable that's going to really rock and roll the market. Okay, just some notable names going to report some numbers. All right, let's take a look at Max Payne for today. Is 522. That shouldn't be hard to get if they go after it. Two puts for every call right now. This is the current inventory that expires today. We've got 2 puts for every 1 call, so could be a further short squeeze. We'll see what happens. U.S. dollar index closed Thursday, Saturday, around 104.50 right there. And you can see we are creeping higher. All right, got higher lows on all these daily candles. And some of them have higher highs, some of them don't. So it's an inside day for Saturday or Friday. And you can see price action this morning. Got us creeping up a little bit higher. So we'll see what happens there. All right, so I'm going to take questions in the room. All right, and if not, I'm going to render my video. So if you have some questions, go ahead and lay them down and we'll take a peek at them.